Just last week, my 8-year-olds told me that I am the master of the universe. I make up all the rules and I say no all the time. So I just felt like it was appropriate to share this Amazon. No, 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 no. Don't do these things on Amazon. I'm not the Santa Claus bringing you the presents with the ho, ho, ho. This is the no, no, no. And let's talk about keyword addition. No, 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 no. Don't do these things. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I've been publishing since January 4th, 2022. I have a coaching program called the Book Income Stream Machine, where I help over 125 students learn A to Z. But I specifically love going down the rabbit holes of very deep categories and areas and aspects of Amazon KDP. So today we're talking about like the no-nos of keywords, okay? So these are kind of the do's and don'ts of keywords. Let's dive in. First of all, do not use things that are trademarked. You guys know in 2023, I hired a copyright attorney and we copyrighted tons of my covers on Amazon. And that was really good because my account got suspended later on. My account has actually been suspended 3 times. It's a good standing right now, but I've learned so much. I've done some do's, I've done some don'ts. I've learned along the way. There's been miscommunications, all the things, okay? So make sure that you're looking up trademarks when you find a keyword that's just a great option. You can go to the USPTO. They just changed their website. So I've been talking to my attorney about I need to have him come on the YouTube channel because he has so much knowledge about trademarking. So just make sure that you're not actually using someone else's brand in your books. And trademark gets tricky because you can trademark lots of different categories. And so that's what you need to know. And the goods and service class for books is 16. Sometimes you might see trademarked in goods and services class of 41. That's for online courses. The second thing, keyword stuffing. Like, what is you talking about? Those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving and we fill the turkey bird up with all these things. Keyword stuffing, according to Amazon KDP support terms and conditions, is misleading content, disappointing content, using keywords that don't belong there. And honestly, like you're not actually thinking about your customer when you keyword stuff because you do titles that are like coloring book for girls age 4 to 8 for fun, blah, 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 scissor cutting, pasting. Like those aren't normal titles that people want to purchase. You're using that to try to get more visibility. And there are so many other ways to do that without hurting your brand or the customer experience. So just promise yourself going into 2024 that you're going to avoid keyword stuffing, okay? You're not a chef, you're not a sous chef, you're not baking something, like don't stuff stuff where it doesn't go. Don't be a hoarder. Yesterday, my son had his best friend over to play, and I went in his room, and it was pretty clean, but he shoved all the stuff in the closet, and he was so proud of himself for cleaning his room. He stuffed. It was misleading. It was disappointing, okay? Don't do that. He's little, so he's learning, but hopefully you guys are over the age of 12. If you're parents, please, come on, be an example. Don't keyword stuff, okay? Number 3, trace, category, publishing. You need to make sure that you're actually putting stuff in the right place. This also falls under the terms and conditions that Amazon has on their website for, I think it's called content guidelines. They don't want you to publish a children's book in a travel area unless it's a travel book for kids. Now, this does get a little tricky because there's some categories where we're like, is there a category for this? We have to do the best that we can, but the whole goal is to be intentional, right? The moment we start misleading the customer is the moment that we hurt the brand and we actually jeopardize our account, okay? Now, sometimes we can't avoid disappointing content all the way. Our job is to meet the customer with quality content. And then if we don't get good reviews, it doesn't take very many bad reviews for Amazon to classify our book as disappointing content. Ask me how I know this. Ask me, Jenny, how do you know this? Guys, I found some winning keywords. I made a journal. I turned on ads to it. I was like, meh, I'm not going to get reviews. It started selling, made $500, and then got a bad review. And Amazon said, we're not going to sell this book anymore because it is disappointing content. You bet your bottom dollar, if I would have had reviews, that would have counteracted the one person that didn't like that journal. That book's blocked now. Don't even ask me. You can ask me. I have a video on it. I have over 150 books that are blocked during the time that KDP and Canva updated their terms and conditions where you couldn't claim copyright over pro elements. So it was so messy and I've learned so much and I've had to figure it out on my own. So you guys get to learn from me. Just make sure you're publishing in the right places. I've also heard of people that made a lot of money publishing in the wrong and then their account got terminated. You don't want that. You don't want to do that, okay? So this is also popular when people do this to rank, to get a best-selling rank. And it's not worth it, in my mind, to confuse the customer. Sometimes customers don't notice it, but you can be clever, you can be smarter, and focus on book profitability more than just like actually ranking your book in that category. Okay. So let me know what you have learned about the do's and don'ts of keywords, things maybe you didn't know, something to keep in mind. And maybe we can just pull it up really quick right here is the hierarchy of keywords, right? And how they are the most powerful in the way that we build them out. So the most powerful is the title, right? And so we want to use things that are in demand in this area. Our author name or our pen name is the second thing that's in demand, the third name. I would say back end. Some people call these the hidden keywords, but you can call them the back end keywords as well. Okay, now there is some debate. Let's see. I'm going to put a. Okay. This is the way that Amazon will use keyword research. Okay. So sorry, I always just want to make it pretty for you guys because you're so pretty. Okay, so title, that's number one. That is the most important thing. Okay, don't be misleading. If you're going to be misleading, actually, I'm going to tell you not to be misleading. If you can't help it, let's create beautiful book descriptions and use some keywords to give customers ideas of why they need to buy our book. But really thinking about the customer and understanding that the weight is in the title, the subtitle, and the author name is really powerful. A lot of people neglect the book description. There's so many people that will write like, this is a notebook for a kid. Imagine writing in it. No one's going to buy that unless the cover's like out of this world. But even then, it's not going to last that long, okay? I used to neglect A+ content. And then when I started running ads, actually, I'll just tell you guys this, okay? This is actually really, really powerful. When you decide to run ads and you decide to do A+ content, can you guys guess what the increase is? Okay, this is crazy. Amazon just released this number. Okay, when you do, sorry, this is not a video about keywords anymore. Okay, I'm just getting excited. We need to do separate videos on this. When you do A+ content and you run ads, this is your conversion increase, okay? So keep that in mind. Be a responsible adult when it comes to keywords. Like and subscribe this video so I can love on you guys more with more content. Love you. Peace out.